In Dungeons and Dragons, what you do is to create a fantasized universe of the mind in which expediency to achieve your goal is more important than any kind of moral frame of reference to your actions.
So we have a wizard now teaching the children of his magical studies.
That's kind of far out.
Mazes and monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?
This is the Heroes Era.
Welcome to the Heroes Era. I'm your Dungeon Master, Ben, and we're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. This is session 12 of our third campaign together, and joining me tonight are Bodhi as Brutus.
Big, lean, mean bugbear who's not above the law.
Chris as Elias.
Yeah, just a good old druid boy who might bend the law a little bit here and there.
Joel as No Nox.
The orc with a song for you to sing along.
And Jason as Kendall.
The wizard burdened with keeping these guys alive.
And tonight we are telling his story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era. And before we begin, if you would please like our video and subscribe to our channel. We play live on Twitch on Monday nights at around 6, and you can also find our catalog of past games on YouTube at the Heroes Era. Last game, our adventurers began their expedition to the ruined city, hoping to catch up with Deathada's wagon. Along Open Hand Avenue, they came upon corpses being consumed by the wildlife on the borders of the road. They encountered harpies and an elf bound to an awakened tree who was slain during the battle with harpies. And after the battle, you all found some goods, including 3 sets of armor, Wilhelm's helm, and a poem to Jalil. Now let's get back to the game. And we will begin there on Open Hand Avenue.
Yeah, we kind of took a little bit of a beating.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm physically okay. I'm okay.
You guys are hurt? You guys are hurt?
I'm not as well as I would prefer to be.
I barely got scratched.
I could definitely use for at least a bit of a rest.
Is it safe here?
Take a little break or something. We don't have to do it right. I mean, yeah, we have to get safe to a safe haven first. But I'm just saying that perhaps we do that
And stay away from the trees. I don't want to stop in this haunted woods that eat people.
Yeah, refresh my memory. Like, what time of day is it right now?
It is early in the day.
Okay.
Perhaps
yeah, we just got started. Yeah.
Perhaps around time to take lunch.
Yeah.
Lunchtime.
Hey. Yeah, the rest would be great. I wondered, maybe Elias, you could help me see if I could procure some of the sap from one of these trees we fell.
Yes, sir. I mean, I could certainly attempt to assist you with that. Of course.
Yeah. Would that be all right, DM?
That's fine. Please do.
Yeah. I have a few empty vials. I'll try and get a vial of sap from one of these trees before it solidifies. I don't know if you need any specific kind of a roll for that, or it's just something we can do.
Yeah, we'll allow the harvesting of one, what would essentially potentially be an ingredient after combat. Cool. It takes a little bit of time to do this, and in the course of doing so, the other sap perhaps dries out, things of that nature. So each player could potentially harvest what would be one ingredient or potential ingredient.
Brutus just takes like a tree branch limb as long as his halberd as another walking stick.
Nice.
Now I have 2.
They were gonna say I was gonna take it and like wring it out.
No.
I guess before I do, is anyone else that wanted specifically to take a vial of sap from this thing? Because I didn't want to.
No, you take it all.
There's enough for multiple. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, I got one as well. I'm assuming since I helped you here, but
Yeah,
you can
there
just
you
hold on to mine as well. I have no particular need for any tree sap, I believe.
I have a branch.
Nice.
And that is a mighty fine branch, there, Brutus.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I like this stick.
Nice.
Did
So-
we slay one of the harpies?
Oh yeah, there's
We
the
killed
harpies
Benny.
too.
I think they all got away.
I thought we killed one at least.
Unfortunately, all the harpies escaped.
Yeah.
Oh.
You did take care of the
There's
flock
the
of vultures. Right.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of dead birds on the floor.
I take lunch.
I take like 3 or 4 and I tie them off on my belt.
They need singing lessons.
Yes, I'm gonna eat these birds.
How many do you take?
I take like 4. You know, Brutus is he's a big boy and he needs his nutrients.
Good idea.
So, as you guys, are harvesting and, inspecting your new gear, I also wanted to retcon. Originally, I said the boots that Elias tried on, replicated the footprints of, I think, a squirrel. I think that it would be cooler to go that way, rather than it just being a humanoid. I like that the item could work that way, potentially, from a beast that would leave footprints.
Just like a simple creature kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that
we'll
sounds
go
good
with
to me.
that. Cool.
Yeah.
Slick.
Do I get to do I get to pick what kind of footprints
Yes,
it
you
leaves,
do.
or does it just do a random creature? Okay.
No. Yeah. It would be at your choice. Yes.
All right. Cool. That
But a beast
will
rather
come
than a
in handy.
humanoid, you're saying, Ben, essentially.
We could go humanoid or simple beasts. Perhaps
Cool.
like avoid monster or like monstrous creatures.
Like you could like a dog
yeah.
or a cat footprints or
Yeah.
some or other animal kind of.
I
Simple
can't.
animal.
Yeah.
I can't leave Tarask prints, is what you're telling me.
Right.
No.
That would be a whole nother issue. So
Cool.
as you guys are, going over this gear and taking a bit of time to gather the sap from these awakened cherry trees, dark clouds quickly take to the skies over the path, just seeming to coalesce above you and down Open Hand Avenue, and it begins to rain.
Lovely. Oh, put my hood up.
Elias, make the
Hey, yes,
rain
sir.
go away. You're the nature guy. Make the rain go away. I don't
you see-
make it.
Now, Brutus, the thing about being a nature guy, as you said, is that you have to appreciate all aspects of nature, and the rain is is a very, very important aspect of it.
Elias,
So
will you make a
I'm
nature
a-
check for me, please?
You're roll 20. You make
Nox,
the
maybe-
rain
do
go
you have a
away.
rain song or something like that?
Yeah, no, Nox. Make the rain go
Um,
away.
I don't know why I had advantage on that, so that was just a 9, which is not great. But this feels important, and I have an inspiration up here apparently, so I'm gonna spend that.
Okay.
Can I just use that advantage that I rolled by mistake and use that 20? All right,
I'll accept that.
Cool.
That's fine.
dirty 20.
This doesn't seem like a natural weather pattern. It seems to have kind of formed out of nowhere. There wasn't, perhaps the scent of that, is a prelude to rain often. Yeah. So some other means.
Okay. Yeah, so that'll sort of come to him as he's having this little dialogue with Brutus, and he's like, "Yeah, it's just rain is just a natural thing that doesn't come out of nowhere." Gentlemen, I think that we should probably seek some shelter as quickly as possible.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Is there a quick glance around, or if I noticed anything before it started raining? Was there any sort of like inlet or a little cave area or somewhere where we could get shelter from this?
Well, the edges of the path are quite overgrown with shrubbery, and you recollect as Brutus's shadow went to give chase to a harpy, the shrubs there awakened and destroyed that, and many of the trees seem to have, were coming alive as well, whether they were instigated or taking an opportunity that they saw.
Oh no.
So
everything here wants to kill us. Got it.
As you do look about, perhaps trying to see if there's a tree that won't come alive to assail you, you do see the corpse of the Eladrin that was consumed, restrained by the tree, and essentially choked or squeezed to death by the thorny brambles around the tree. And almost like there's a kind of wavy lines, as though when you look out upon the hot pavement or stone, and you see the heat rising in waves, begins to lift from this corpse. And then it takes the visage of the elf that was slain there, but it is transparent. Its face is twisted in agony, and it looks at the group of you instantly, shrieking a blood-curdling shriek. And if you would, please, everybody make wisdom saving throws.
I thought we killed you.
Is this excuse me, is this like a charm condition?
This is not a charm condition.
Okay, well, it's worth a shot.
I have a feel. I think I might know what this is, guys. Ooh.
Elias got a dirty 20.
13.
Oh, I got 5. I'm gonna use one of my DM inspirations for this because I don't like what this could be.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like something you want to roll a 5 on.
No.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's probably okay.
I roll better than 5. Nope.
Technically, yes.
Fair enough.
And
as it were,
as this creature shrieks at you, you see the horrifying visage of a ghost. This elf's ghost resurrected, seemingly by, the oncoming of this storm, perhaps. And as this happens, Kendall, you feel suddenly perhaps weaker, tired, as though everybody already wanted rest, but now you want for rest even more greatly. And you please roll for me a d4.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure it's fine.
Guy's about to look the part.
And this ghost scares 20 years off of your life as you age 20 years.
All right. Awesome. Okay, I'm like in my 40s. That's fine.
Now
Not to the human. Don't do it to the human.
Now you look like a wizard.
So you turn from being a young man into a more sagely fellow. No Nox, you are frightened of this horrifying visage as well, frightened of the ghost.
Oh my god.
Elias and Brutus, you make your saves.
I've killed so many people, this doesn't faze me.
Do I also roll for D4?
No, sir.
Okay.
It's a result of failing by 5 or more. As this ghost shrieks at you, you hear a short chorus from behind you as 3 other voices cry out. And perhaps turning at the sound of this, you see 3 specters rise from the other 3 corpses that you passed along the trail. And if you would all please roll initiative.
Oh, we're getting into it again, huh?
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I got a whole 13.
It's a whole 8.
22.
19 for once.
There. Where are we? We probably haven't moved, have we?
I've placed you where I imagined you. The stump to the right of your party is, where you found the majority of these goods. So I do have you placed on the map where you would be. Okay. And the other tokens representing the monsters should be visible to you as well.
It's the 3 monsters, right?
You will see 3
4.
pink
There's
colors
the
and
one
then
down there.
a bluish one. Yes.
I didn't see the one at the bottom. I see them all now. Okay.
Very good.
Look at this, guys.
Cool.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm sorry, the Spectre on Roll20 is coming up as a character sheet. That's very strange. Okay, I'll just pull up the stats elsewhere. Okay, Kendall with 22, you'll begin at the top of initiative.
All right. Okay. Okay, guys. I don't really like this very much. But I'm gonna try and make it a little bit warmer, at least for the time being. Begin recanting some words of magic, and I'm gonna drop a flaming sphere right by where the specter is near us. Where I'll drop it here, then I'm going to bring it up in the chat. This is not good. I don't like this at all. Coming up. So I need a dex save, DC 14, Ben, for the wailing ghost, I guess it was.
Okay. A 5.
All right. So it's going to take 9 fire damage if it can.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and back away just over around this stump over here if I can.
And you see the fire, the ghost recoils slightly from it, but you also see the flame, kind of going through it, and it's perhaps not as effective as you would have assumed.
Okay. And that'll be for me right now.
Okay. Then Brutus.
Actually, sorry, would I be able to kind of get a sense? I'll wait till my next turn. It's okay.
It's okay. What do you have to ask?
Well, I was just thinking. I wondered if I could make a religion just to get, if I can recall what these things might be vulnerable towards. They seem to be undead.
Yes, you can make that check. That's fine.
Cool. Probably should have done that before I cast my spell, but nonetheless, instincts, right? Instincts kind of carry over. That's a 19 on the religion roll.
Okay, they're resistant to or immune to many types of damage. Resistant to acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder, as well as bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage from non-magical attacks. and they happen to be immune to necrotic and poison. The ghost is additionally immune to cold damage. And they are immune to many conditions, like being charmed or grappled.
Right.
Things that you would expect of an undead, they would be immune to. Okay.
That are somewhat incorporeal, that can pass through things, and things can pass through them.
Yes.
Right.
And you do know that they can pass through creatures and objects as well.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Brutus, your axe will do well, but we may struggle otherwise.
And with that, Brutus, it is your turn. Bodhi, you're muted, my friend.
No.
You just gave a big dramatic speech. We missed the whole thing.
Yeah, it was for me, guys, not for you. All right. But slashing is the only thing I can do, so I'm afraid I'm out of options other than this. But I'm gonna summon my shadow out 15 feet, where he is right now, and then from him, I'm gonna have him attack the ghost that just took 20 years off of my friend's life. I don't have any incarnations left, so it's just going to be singular attacks from here on out. Brutus himself is going to slash out with his halberd, and the kind of light refraction off of that is going to create a shadow which the blade comes from to go hit the ghost. And since I'm using a halberd that is a +1 weapon, I think it will actually be effective. That is, if I can hit. It's a 14 hit.
A 14 hits.
All right, minimal damage, 5 slashing.
Okay.
Oh. And with that, Brutus is going to move back a good 15 feet away from or 30 feet from his ghost. He's going to go to that square right there. Call it good.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
The ghost rushes towards you.
Me?
Brutus, following you up the trail as you retreat from these undead, and
no,
enters your body, trying to possess you. Please make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm not good at those. Uh-oh, guys.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, 15. That's not bad.
And you struggle internally with the spirit that is trying to possess you, and you maintain control of yourself.
Get out of me!
That was dirty.
Oh no.
That could have been
okay with
bad.
From down the path where the other specters have appeared, they fly forward quickly, making their attack. Approaching Elias.
What did I do?
First, the one on the left attacks you. 8.
Miss.
The one on the right. A 6.
Miss. All right.
You attacking Elias?
This ain't so bad. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
We're okay.
And from further away, the remaining specter rushes up to you.
Go ahead. I'm feeling cocky about it now.
Ghostly hand outstretched. It does not have enough to make an attack. Elias, it is your turn.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
How about you scare the ghosts?
This still works.
Ghosts get scared.
Ghosts can get scared. I personally, as they say, I'm not afraid of any ghost. Unfortunately, I've already used all of my face steps, and we didn't get that short rest in yet. So there's that.
Brutus gets his BlackBerry out. He flips the keyboard open.
Sorry, everybody moved around, so I'm just making sure I can still do the thing that I wanted to do.
He's calling the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Take your time, my friend.
Brutus knows him.
We need you and your best.
Brutus has inadvertently caused a lot of ghosts to show up, so he has them on hotline.
Did Elias put one of those suits of armor on? Because they didn't hit him.
They tried to. I'm going to.
Brutus is on hold.
I don't
not
have
picking
face stuff. I can't do that. Okay. I can't try to do that. Okay. 5-foot radius. There's no way I can put that on them without it hitting me. So that stinks a little bit. Try to back off, but I don't have enough hit points to take those hits. Okay, I'm gonna do something that I almost never do, guys. I'm gonna play it safe. And I'm going to disengage. And we're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, wait, no, not over there, not over there.
Just right behind
10,
Nonox.
15, 20. So we're going to get between these trees here. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself, I'm going to use one of my Balm of the Summer Court heals for myself.
Okay.
And that's going to be my turn.
All right.
Ooh, good roll on that.
Good roll, man.
Next is Nonox.
You're muted, my friend.
You missed a great speech.
Mm-hmm. That was a quick one. That was a good one.
Ben, they're lined up so perfectly for me. I'm gonna close that distance slightly. Just, I think 10 feet is enough. So I'll get here. Actually, I can do it from 5 feet back. I'm gonna channel. I'm gonna harness the power of hair metal. I'm gonna channel Twisted Sisters. We're not gonna take it. I said no. We're not gonna
take it.
We're not gonna take it
anymore.
And I'm gonna blast them back with Thunder Wave.
Okay.
So I would love some Constitution saves.
Okay. Left, center, and right. 6, 8, and 1.
Fail. So let's roll some damage for them.
And they're all pushed back by this thunderous force.
Can ghosts have their bones rattled? Is that a thing? Woo! 12 damage. I'll take it.
Yeah, you did. Thunder, right? Thunder damage?
Thunder damage. As they're pushed back 10 feet.
Not sure if I heard that in the list of it.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to go and help my buddy Brutus up ahead.
It's trying to eat me from the inside.
They do seem to be resistant to thunder damage.
Oh.
It's a no bones, you know. It's a thing.
Fair.
Why do they order their specters boneless? I don't get it.
Kendall,
the best part.
Standing next to this, the shrubs on the side of the path here, sharp branches come out and try to rake you.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
17.
Oh, he's gonna have to put his arms up and use a shield to try and block the incoming swipes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I'm sorry, so that did or did not hit.
Oh, I'm sorry, that makes it miss. I'm sorry. Yeah, that'll make my AC 21.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. And in kind, the other shrubs next to it as well try to slash at you with their branches to no avail. Kendall, that brings us to you. Your turn.
Nice. Okay. I don't know what. Did I just do something in there? Sorry about that. If I rolled something. Just kind of looking over my shoulder because that wasn't nice. Guys, the trees are alive with the sound of No-Nox's music. I make a quick gesture with my arm and the flaming spear. Whoops, sorry. Rolls into the ghost next to my friend Brutus again and settles just next to it.
Okay.
If I could, other dexterity saving throw, DC 14. I can't roll for crap on damage,
16.
so it's going to be a fraction of 3. It's going to be 6 damage, Ben. But then whatever you pass it, so half of 6.
Gotcha.
Which is not very much. So I appear to be threatened by these trees as well now.
The brushes, the bushes to the right of you along the edge of the path. Yes, those are the ones that assailed you.
All right. With that, I do. I'm muttering a quick word of magic and do a quick bunny hop, jumping into my misty step, and I'm going to shoot myself up the pathway. I don't like that, guys. I can get to about here. There. And that'll be all for my turn.
And the branches of the large cherry trees creak and groan overhead. Next is Brutus.
Get away from anything that is green or orange, whatever these trees are. And Brutus is going to move his shadow back to be just within melee range of this ghost. It's going to lash out at it with a... Okay, that's definitely hits. A 24.
Hits.
For a strong 7 slashing damage. And it's going to swap places with his shadow as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then it's going to move just a bit down more center in the path. And that'll be his turn.
Okay. And the ghost was focused upon Brutus, but when it is Brutus's shadow twin in its place, the ghost turns its attention to No-Nox and reaches out with a ghastly hand.
Sorry, you're the best one for this.
These are not at advantage. I'm sorry, I need to turn that off.
Not that it mattered on that one.
Can't touch this.
No, don't sing it.
And the group of specters that had swarmed Elias turn their attention to No-Nox as well.
Oh, they hate you, huh?
Flying forward very swiftly, trying to skirt around Brutus's glaive.
Can't even hit him yet. So that's the bad thing about having a long reach is that
24, 16.
Ooh, that's not good.
9.
Listen, Ben, I was joking, okay? That's why
that ain't good at
my
all.
goodness. Okay.
That's not what they did to me.
And the first specter comes upon you, and with a critical hit. Sorry, so let's see here. So it starts at a base of 18 damage, and then this is added to it.
Thanks.
Nonox takes 25 damage.
That's cute.
Now, please make a Constitution saving throw.
That's not. All right.
It's fine, man. Just roll the 20.
Yeah.
This
A
orc
5, needing to beat a
good.
10.
That's not what I
Your
said.
hit point maximum is reduced by 25.
Ooh, Ooh, that ain't good. Hey, at least you're not technically bloodied.
That is
So, Ben,
dangerous with the max. Yes.
I got a question for you.
Yes, please.
So I had 5 temporary hit points. From that, I'm removing 5 from my temporary hit points, so I take 20 damage to my actual hit points.
Right.
And am I still gonna take another 5 from the reduction?
Yes. The way I
Okay.
understand it.
I'm still alive.
Nice.
That's
man.
good. I was a little bit worried there. And Elias, as the specters swarm you and drain your life, it is, or excuse me, they did that to Nonox, but now it is Elias's turn.
Okay. A quick follow-up to Joel's question. Does he still have his temporary hit points, or did he lose an extra 5 hit points out of that?
Right, so the hit point maximum is reduced by 25, so the way that I would judge it, it seems like it equals, essentially taking an additional 5 damage because of that.
Okay.
If he was at full or whatnot, so.
Yeah, no, I get you. I just was
a
clarifying.
little complex, but I think that's how it would work out.
Yeah, no, man. Listen, it's brutal, but it's a brutal attack. So like,
Yeah,
it is. And as such, Elias, seeing all this happen, when he went and hunkered down behind this tree to heal himself up, while he was down there, he noticed a very interesting plant at the base of the tree, and it was a baby version, like a small version of a particular type of moon plant. So he picks a couple of the seeds of it off the ground, reaches into his component pouch where he has some opalescent feldspar crumbles, takes both of those in his hand and tosses to right into this spot here, just behind this one, and that dust cloud forms, starts to spin into a spiral, and then as it spins faster and faster, it lights up and ignites into a moonbeam.
Very cool.
And so he's going to drop that right there. It's a 5-foot radius, so putting it right there should thread the needle to where it doesn't hit any of the other guys, and it won't get this one on the end, but it should catch the other two if I put it right here. So that's going to be a con save from the two of them, and they'll take 2d10 radiant damage off of
right
it.
and in the center. A 10 and a 1.
Boom.
All right, those both fail. So 2d10 radiant damage, and I'm going to roll that. Come on. All right. Not great. So 9 points of radiant damage on that, and if they're shapeshifted at all, they revert to their form, but I don't think that's applicable right now. And yeah, and then I will use my movement to 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I'm gonna back way the hell up, and bonus action, I'm gonna drop another Bomb of the Summer Court onto myself because I am still incredibly low. Less good than last time, so that's 2 more hit points for me.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, and those specters will take that damage at the beginning of their turn when they start their turn there.
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Okay, and then no knocks.
Okay.
Let me put that in the chat.
I'm not scared of you, Ben. Bring it. I got some tricks still up my sleeve.
Okay. Quite surrounded here. The ghost behind you and the 3 looming specters in front of you.
You're the tank, says the guy with the same AC but higher HP max. You got it. You're good.
Can't scare me, Ben. Let's start off with a little bit of yeah. Let's start with a Mantle of Inspiration. So I'm going to expand one use of Bardic Inspiration. Everyone within 60 feet of me that can see me takes 5 temporary hit points. And you can use your reaction to move immediately, which I will do.
Okay.
So.
How far can we move? 30 feet?
Up to your speed.
Okay.
So
no, it's fantastic having you around, my friend.
So I'm going to move 15 feet there. From here, I'm going to cast one more Thunder Wave as I sing. Let me see. Sorry.
He's checking his list. He's checking it. What? That's not how the song goes. But I'm not the bard, so it doesn't matter.
Fake it till you make it, bro.
So I'm gonna cast Thunderwave again, but I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level this time.
Okay.
Ooh.
And so this will target the ghost and 2 of the specters. Do I have that right?
That's correct.
Okay. I will make a save for the ghost. 11.
That will fail.
Now for the closer specter, and then the central specter there. 19 will succeed, the others will fail.
Yep.
Okay, and did you deal your damage yet?
Not yet. Let me roll 3d8. Juicy.
Nice.
Oh.
I'll take it. And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get out of here because I'm feeling a little sweaty. And I can actually get up to here with the rest of my movement.
And the essence of this nearest specter, the specter nearest to where you were, seems to weaken and fade a bit as it is bloodied.
All this thunder is befitting with the weather.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Is that all from No Knocks?
That'll be the end of my turn, yes.
Next is Kendall.
From my vantage point, I get a good view of where this ghost is. I'm actually going to gesture and move my gestures towards the flaming sphere and just kind of runs his arm, and the flaming sphere bolts through the ghost and just settles just on the opposite side of it. I can get him to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 14, please.
A 6.
All right. Comes the damage. 7-ish, depending on. And then again, from my vantage point, Kendall pulls up his spellbook, begins reciting some words, and pulls up these little slivers of magical energy, come up and dart to drive into the mentality of this whatever this ghostly being. And I'm gonna need a intelligence save.
A 12.
Okay, he fails. Why didn't it roll damage? Sorry, here I'll just roll on the other side. This is gonna be this is like the mind sliver, psychic damage, a D6 psychic damage. Stay on the 5. Yay.
Okay.
5 psychic damage towards this ghost.
The ghost clutches at its head here with its wispy hands, and it is effectively bloodied.
Okay. I knew the Toll of the Dead would be no use, so and Ray of Frost is no use, so that was my fallback. And I'm just going to take a few more steps back. And that'll be all for me. Are you guys okay-ish?
I'm fine.
The weather's way good, way better up the road up here. That's all for me.
Okay. And Brutus, you are next.
I love a good fight in the rain.
And Brutus is going to have his shadow once again use the reflection of his blade that casts a shadow from where there is not light to strike out at this ghost. For a 11?
11 hits.
Wow! That's good for me. 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
Oh, this ghost is still up, huh? It's kind of hoping that would kill it. Well, I don't have much to do, so Brutus is just going to move up 1. He's gonna move. Yeah, Brutus is going to stay right there and call it good for his turn.
Not sure how you kill something that's already dead, my friend.
You hit it real hard until it stops moving.
Yeah. Probably the correct answer.
The ghost flies towards you, Brutus.
Jolly good.
It left my shadow's range, which is 10 feet instead of 15.
Okay.
Or 5 feet, actually, for the shadow, because it's different for him. So I'm going to have him slash out at him with a definite 24 for 5 slashing damage. Please kill it.
And the ghost is defeated, disappears from sight with a wail.
I give my shadow a thumbs up. Thank you.
The 3 specters swarm you, Brutus, moving all around you.
But the moonbeam.
All 3 of them take damage from the moonbeam.
Oh, thank you. From the moonbeam, this radiant damage does seem fully effective against them.
Yeah.
Not enough to slay them.
Okay.
And them looking bloodied afterwards.
Let's see.
One was, I think, already.
One was
Bloodied
already.
Not quite. Just
Nice.
the one.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm in danger.
And
You got this.
they do reach out their spectral hands and try to
You're
drain
hurting
your
yourself,
life.
Ben, you can do better.
I know. Leftmost attacks first, and then to the right, and then below that.
AC is 18.
Okay, the 20
One
will hit.
hits.
And please make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, I am good at those. That is a 15.
Okay.
Nice, man.
You will take 10 damage, but it does not drain your life.
Oh, very good. Because I don't want to have to remember what my HP max is right now.
And
We're
next
all
is
jealous,
Elias.
anyways, man.
Yeah. Yep.
That brings us to
Right.
Elias.
Yes. Elias is going to use his turn to move, or his action to shift the moonbeam. I can't move this thing. I'm basically gonna bump it up. Oh, there it goes. Maybe I can move it.
I moved it.
Oh, you moved it.
Is that where you want it?
Yeah. Yeah, more or less right there. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it's my action to move it, and then I am going to that's it. Actually, that's it. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at, and I'm gonna just do that. That's gonna be my whole turn.
Okay. After Elias's no knocks.
Well, I am. I'm looking at my friends. Is anyone bloodied?
Rely upon the
I am-
knowledge that you already have from combat, please.
I think you would technically count.
Y-
But
I'm
not
still
really.
bloody from the previous fight,
Okay.
but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm out of harm's way right now.
In that case, there's not much I can do. I'm down to my last resources. If everyone is still up, I think I'm just gonna close back the distance a little bit. So get down to like here,
Okay.
and I think like just use my action to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Try to play defensively.
All right. Very good.
Can't hit me, Ben.
Okay. All right. After noted.
We should have swapped roles, huh?
After no knocks is Kendall.
Nice. Again, Kendall kind of does a pushing motion towards his flaming spear, and you see it kind of roll forward and settle just next to into this specter, the bottommost one. So I'll get a dexterity save from that one if I can. DC 14. Bringing up the sphere here.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Whoa.
That means it takes
You bet.
3 damage.
4.
Or at least 6.
Oh, 6, sorry.
Boom. Awesome.
I'm just assuming the worst.
I know. Me too, man. It's all good.
And its
then
form
again,
wavers as it is effectively bloodied.
Nice. Okay. Hey, half of something is better than 0 out of nothing.
That's true.
And again, I begin reciting the similar spell as I cast it previously on the ghost, and shards of magical energy fly across the battlefield and try to embed their brain in this one. Sorry, I hit the wrong one. The one in the middle, kind of. Yes, the one in the middle there. For an intelligence saving throw, as the mind sliver tries to burrow into what's left of this spirit's brain.
Wow.
A 4 again.
6 psychic damage.
Looks like Kendall's the DPS. Looks like I'll have to stand down.
You know, guys, coming into this battle, I felt all of my magic would be useless because it's all physical things that they can just pass through. So I appreciate your encouragement, my friend.
And all of the
put
forms
right
here are wavering, you know, perhaps between the realms now, almost dispelled. Okay. Next is Brutus.
I condemn you once, I condemn you twice, and I will condemn you a third time, Ghost. Leave me alone.
And Brutus is going to hit this ghost that's down here. That's outside the moonbeam right now. Or at least attempt to hit with a 23.
Hits.
For a cool 11 slashing damage.
And the Spectre is dispatched.
Ooh.
And with that, I'm going to, as a bonus action, swap places with my shadow. And this, if I were to stand in this box right here, would I be affected by the moonbeam?
No.
Or would I be? Okay. I'm assuming the other is fine, so I'm gonna sit right here as well. And we're gonna sit here, and we're gonna see what happens. That's my turn.
Okay. And under the light of the moon shining upon the specters, they both perish, their forms diminishing and disappearing.
Oh, good.
And so you are victorious. The threats have been defeated.
Very cool.
Wow.
Is everyone?
I'm good.
Everyone
Yeah.
okay? That's the first time I've really been worried, guys.
That's
that was
the
scary.
first time. Brutus thinks back to the giants and the ambush. And the...
Hey, you notice Kendall's got a little bit of frost in
Ken,
his beard.
yeah, come here, Ken. Let me look at your son. Are you feeling all right?
Do you have a concussion?
Okay.
Nice. You got some crow's feet on by you. Yeah.
Yeah, the women like the salt and pepper, I'm told.
No, I mean, listen, son. You
That's
look
your
good,
first
but-
reaction. Wow, you are cool-headed.
Hey, listen, he's not wrong.
I mean, I wouldn't know. No one makes me.
I mean, Brutus, in my line of business, you have to appreciate the magic of others. Like, yes, what can I do to prevent it? Such is the way.
So you are going for
So-
like the hot librarian look, huh?
Well, I mean, I think I was already the hot librarian.
No, Knox, how you
Ooh.
feeling?
No Knox with half his life drained away.
Are you doing all right? No, Knox, you look a little sickly as well, so.
You know, guys,
I think I got the shorter end of that trade. I might have taken whatever you got instead.
I was looking on this map, guys. There is what looks like a farm not too far from here. I mean, who knows what sort of farm it is, but might find some refuge. With any luck, it'll be abandoned, and we can just.
I don't know. If we have ghosts this close to a farm, it's probably gonna be haunted unless there's people living there. But we should go there regardless.
Yeah. Is there anything left of these things as they dissipate, Ben? It's just they just kind of perish into nothingness. So there's no like dust or anything left behind.
That's right. And although they have been defeated, you feel almost a lingering presence that continues to haunt you. And Kendall, you also know. Will you make a religion check, please?
Sure. Yeah. $19.
You know that ghosts are not innately evil or driven to violence in this way, and you're able to differentiate between there having been one ghost and 3 specters. The specters, in a sense, kind of are driven towards evil. Perhaps whatever magic, brought them back to life, instilled in 3 of them an innate evil, but the ghost was probably compelled by some other source to take this action against the group of you.
Interesting. Okay.
I've heard stories of stronger ghosts kicking around other little ghosts to make them do what they want, but I'm not sure if that's even true. It's kind of like a metaphor back at camp when I was serving, because I would be like the little ghost in the story, and then the big ghost would be like the people that gave me orders. So I don't know if it was like just a metaphor or if that was like real, but you can't really tell with like goblins and hobgoblins because they're always lying to you.
Interesting. Ben, are we able to draw any sort of correlation between the shift in the weather and this phenomenon with the spirits that rose up?
Yes. They do seem related, as though the storm was part of raising them. And
just out of curiosity, Ben.
Sure.
Are there any like physical signs of like how I've been drained? Because you described like crow's feet and stuff like that for aging. Is there like a physical change in me, or is it just like?
You feel much more like an NPC. No, just kidding. Yeah, you do feel weakened. As though the reserves of your strength will not be replenished. I don't know that there would be a visible effect from this, but you would feel it internally. Yes.
Gentlemen, a strong wind would probably kill me.
Shouldn't fart next to you then, and I get away from no knocks.
Well, shall we get off? Shall we move along the road? I know we're all very much have the worst for wear, but I'm tired of getting swung at by trees, quite frank.
Brutus goes and takes a bottle from his sack, and he goes to just like he empties like there's like some dirt in there, and he like pours it on the ground. And he waddles over to where the ghost died, and he just like puts the bottle through the air as if he's capturing something, and he puts the stopper on it, and he's like, "I got ghost air," and he puts it in his bag, and he waddles away. He's like, "Let's get out of this haunted forest."
You hear a haunting laugh just over your shoulder, but when you look, there's nothing there.
I look back at the voice. Did that actually work? I wasn't sure if that. You gave me confirmation, so I assumed it did. I have your soul now, and I start speed walking out.
Yeah, we must carry on, my friends.
You guys continue down the broken path of Open Hand Avenue, and the storm subsides, and the skies are clear again. But before you've gone far, perhaps looking behind you, the corpses are still in view. You hear a distant rumbling like the thunder cast earlier by No Nox, coming from the south. And there's a dark cloud in the distance, hanging low, and it is moving up the path towards the group of you. Perhaps a half mile away. It will be upon you rather quickly.
So there's a thunder following us, essentially.
Yes, the distant rumbling and dark clouds that are hanging low over the path, moving towards you. Around them, the skies are clear still. Yes.
And judging by our map, would we be able to get to any landmark in a reasonable time frame?
So each hex is about a half mile.
Take that as a no.
So I would place you guys, you know, a little bit beyond the center of the cherry tree lined open hand avenue. And then on the other side would be essentially the rubble of the city is depicted by the small gray dots.
We gotta find some rubble to hide in, because I don't want to be in this forest anymore.
Yeah, we gotta get out of this forest, yeah.
Well, let's just book it double time, and if it starts being real bad, then we'll maybe have to hunker down.
Kind of just look over at Elias. I mean, being a man of the woods, just to get a sense of how his demeanor is in this forest. Because if he's not okay with it, then it would kind of let me get a sense of, confirm my suspicions, maybe in a sense.
Elias is somewhat at unease in these woods because they're not fully lining up to how they should naturally function. Ever since that weird random rain, and now this and everything else, it's like when it feels like to him like when you watch an animation that's almost perfectly realistic, but it's not. It's just barely off, and it makes you feel kind of comfortable. It's like that.
Right on.
Elias, will you make a perception check, please, as you gaze upon the approaching dark clouds? You do see that they're spilling torrents of rain as they approach, and there's perhaps creatures or something moving along the path below the clouds as well.
Maybe we should move a bit quicker, my friends. Something tells me this is the kind of rain you want to walk around with your tongue out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, yes, sir. I think you are correct. Let's keep it moving, gentlemen.
And as you do continue down the trail, you wish to hurry down open hand path, trying to get through essentially the trees lining the path and get to the rubble of the city before this storm catches you.
Yeah, staying in the center of the road as much as possible.
Yeah, with a cautiously accelerated pace.
Okay. Will you guys make athletics checks for me, please?
Gladly. Get me out of here. I am slow.
Oh, I'm actually not bad at athletics. That's interesting.
Leave me behind.
Ugh, never mind.
Oh, you guys are keeping up with me. Oh, never mind.
I'm not. It's another 8 for me.
As you rush down the broken cobblestone, Kendall and No-Nox, you're able to move easily enough. However, Elias and Brutus, where there are large potholes, upturned stones, as you're trying to hurry, you find yourself tripping, falling, perhaps, spilling some of your belongings, needing to gather them, and just in trying to avoid the trees that may become awakened at any moment, you struggle down this path. And you recognize that whatever this dark cloud over these beasts are that are approaching will soon be upon you before you are able to get to the rubble.
Just us two? The other two are fine?
It's up to them if they would leave you behind or if you would all like to stay as a group.
Leave me behind.
If I can, Ben, I would like to use my last inspiration to try to help them move further along.
Nice.
Okay. What benefit will this grant?
It would be the same one as before. Mantle of Inspiration. So it's just a little burst of speed to try to get them moving a little faster.
Okay, this will grant you, perhaps a few more moments to construct something of a plan. There's the dense brush, although it is hostile. There are the large trees, although they are hostile as well. But it is not enough to clear you of the path.
So Elias and myself, we managed to get ourselves free. Is that correct? But Brutus and me and Nonox rather. Elias and Brutus are lagging behind.
Yes.
Yes.
Me myself, I will be fine in this forest. It's Elias I'm worried about because he got hurt a lot.
I think that I would have Nonox with Brutus and Elias because of your use of the Mantle of Inspiration, if that makes sense.
That's fine.
Kendall, run for it. You're not meant long for the world if you stay in this forest.
Kendall, do you make as much haste as you can to get to the rubble of the city beyond the grove?
Would they still be? How far ahead would I have to be from them?
You can, leave them behind. Distance-wise, they'd be a few hundred feet from the edge of the grove when they would expect this dark cloud to come upon them. And as it is growing nearer and nearer, you hear that the thunder is the hoofbeats of many horses, and they have riders upon them as well.
My friends, perhaps we should try and hide. Maybe if we're able to hide. So I probably would have to stay with them, Ben. But perhaps if we can hide, they'll pass us by without knowing we are where we are.
Elias, can you turn into a horse again?
Yes, sir. Actually, I could certainly do that.
You and Nonox could get out of here, and I could hide in the woods.
Well, now I don't know how great of an idea that is.
Nonox would die if he stays here. Kendall is a wizard, and the trees hate him because he has paper made into books. You are the woodsman, so you would be fine. I would be kinda okay.
The time to escape the cloud has passed. You do have enough time to formulate some way to hide or try to evade them otherwise, though.
Oh, that cloud is getting close. Okay, I vote for we jump through the bushes. I don't think they would hit that hard. Avoid them if you can.
You see that beyond the brush there is like a small ditch filled with water, with many lily pads and things of that nature within the water.
Let's try that, guys.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Brutus is going to go first and use disengage to kind of just hop through all these hostile bushes and hope they don't slash at him. Not that they will be able to hit anyway. And it's kind of like, as he gets to the edge of the bushes, just dive into the water.
Sure, moving quite carefully, you're able to see when the shrubs become awakened, and as they try to lash out at you, you're able to evade them with the precaution you're taking.
Hurry.
So we're all hiding, I guess. We're going to hide in this pond.
We're going to hide.
Would you all follow suit in the same manner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, a brave person would say we live together and die together. I'm not saying I'm that brave person, but
I will run.
I'll turn into a little squirrel and just like scurry under the brush and everything and back into that area off the road.
Sure, and these branches of the shrubs are huge, trying to grasp at you, but with your, being careful, you can move through them successfully.
He is the squirrel from over the hedge when he drinks the energy drink.
Right.
Okay, then I would have you all. Nonox, is there anything you wish to add?
I guess I would try to do it like stylishly. Maybe somersault over.
Spence doing cartwheels through the bushes.
Add a little bit of flair, yeah.
Will you make a dexterity check for me to see if your garments get caught on any of these thistly branches?
Could I make an acrobatics?
Yes.
All right. Will a 15 be enough?
Yeah, you're what, doing aerials, cartwheels, and the like?
Of course. Just a little something, yeah.
Just a little flair. Okay. Yeah. And so the group of you, move into this murky water. It is shallow. If you hunker down, you could probably submerge yourself if you were to lie completely down, but hunkering down, the water kind of comes up to your shoulders, and your heads will still emerge over the water.
Well, I'll pull my hood up over. I had it up already from the rain, so
okay.
If it being wet, maybe it'll kind of help, dampen any sort of reflection that might come off of our heads, or my head at least.
Brutus gets fully in the water. It's like, I remember this from basic.
Okay. If you all would
I'm
please
just
make
following
me...
Brutus's lead. He seems to know what he's doing.
Please make for me stealth checks to hide here. You can do so. Everybody can do so with advantage.
All right. So this is gonna roll disadvantage for me, but it's gonna be the one roll. The first one, 14. I wish it was the second one.
Holy crap, guys!
Nice. There's a 16 for me because it's a straight roll.
14.
Oh, sorry.
This man is a squirrel.
That's true. That's a very good point.
23. Well, it's not going to be that actually, because I got to figure out what the hell a squirrel's dexterity is. But it's a good roll, whatever it is.
Yeah. And Elias, so do you stay just like kind of on the shore, or are you on a lily pad or in the water itself?
Yeah, I'm just blending in to the area. I'm gonna
Sure.
run. I'm gonna find an acorn, and I'm just spinning it.
Okay.
Just doing my thing.
Okay.
Spinning it. Love it.
And the thunder of this cavalry approaches as the group of you hide. There are dark horses. They're draped in crimson-limbed hides, and they carry slender riders who wear similarly colored armaments. The armor of each rider is unique, but they all wear leather bracers that are like crimson wraps. Behind the group, there are several wagons being drawn at a frenzied pace, and these wagons seem to glide across the broken cobblestone. As they pass the group of you see in one wagon there are the carcasses of several large boar. And in another wagon you see that there are several corpses. They're seated carefully, corpses of people, slender like elves. They're seated carefully and propped up by fresh branches, with their heads and bodies slumping. Some of them wear armor, and the wagon also has what are perhaps the belongings of those who do not wear armor in the wagon. Behind them you see a small contingent that had stopped a little bit further down the path where your battle had ensued, and one of them carries the corpse of the elf that you found upon the path on the back of his horse. And this smaller contingent of 4 horsemen draw nigh, and they stop as one places up his hand as they near the group of you. And that's where we'll take a break for tonight. We'll take our own short rest, get water, food as you will, and we'll be back in probably 15 minutes here.
Okay. It is not alcohol. Don't think it is.
Well, now I do.
That was a weird way to say that. Nobody would have thought that bottle of juicy juice was anything until you said something.
Well, it kind of looks like it a little bit, but
Again, not until you said something. Now I'm like, that's whiskey.
How old are you,
Yeah.
Bodhi?
Hmm?
How old are you, Bodhi?
21.
He's allowed. He's allowed.
We're back live. Thanks for hanging out, watching the game. If you want to be part of our community, you can join us on Discord at the Heroes Era. And of course, our past episodes are up on YouTube at the Heroes Era. Let's get back to the game here. When we left off, a small contingent of these horsemen approached you, or rather pulled off to the side of the path near you, as you all are hunkered down in a shallow ravine, and the cloud that is over them lingers, as well as continues with the main contingent of the riders and with the 2 wagons that you saw pass. And water starts to fall and splash around you in these ditches. And again, one had raised his hand, and the 4 horsemen stopped here. And the one who raised his hand wears loose crimson robes, and he says something quietly, and you see another in tightly fitted leather armor with 2 short blades, one at either side, with long black hair. He says calmly, "You, hiding, come out."
Brutus, knowing almost certainly that it's him, because he can never hide correctly in this new fitted armor, slowly rises from the, much like an alligator, crawls up onto the shore, and then stands to his full height. Hello.
And your friends, all of you.
We've been caught. We've been had. All right. I'll come out as well.
You,
I'm still
bard, you
squirreling.
wizard, and your pet squirrel.
I'll just stand up. I'm not gonna move. I'll just stand up out of the water.
Come here, Squirrely.
The tone of his voice, Ben, it sounds like humanoid. Doesn't sound like any sort of like otherworldly creature.
This appears to be an elf, perhaps a ladrin.
I'm gonna. Can I just scurry up in squirrel form onto Brutus's shoulder?
I
Yes.
put my halberd on the ground for you to run up.
Yeah.
There you go.
You are not Nyx Dryadales. Who are you with? Why have you come to my city?
Oh. Wait. These... Nyx and I, if I remember correctly, these are Gwynistry's loyalists?
Nyx Dryadales are Gwynistry's loyalists.
Oh, at that, Brutus visually gets a little relief. It's like, oh, okay. All right. You're not horrible people. That's nice. We're just a group of guys who were moving through this haunted woods and the trees and the bushes, and ghosts kept trying to kill us. And we saw you, well, we heard you and your guys running up the road, and we saw a big cloud in the sky that spawned the ghost. So we wanted to get out of this place, but we couldn't outrun you, so we hid.
Did you do this? And he gestures to the corpse of the elf upon the back of the back of the horse ridden by the one with crimson robes.
No, like all these trees in the woods are like alive, and there's a couple corpses that were like that. That I think that the tree did them in.
I see.
We tried to save him, but we were beset by animated trees and harps and vultures and ghosts and specters, and we were not able to help.
Yeah.
Ghosts and specters, then you defeated them.
I pull out the bottle. I took some of the ghost air.
They have been vanquished, yes.
Chris, you're muted. Well,
Were you talking to me?
yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something. Perhaps not.
No, I wasn't. I'm
Okay.
sorry. No,
He's a squirrel.
mistake. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
a squirrel. I'm not.
The one with the tightly fitted leather armor looks to the one wearing the loose crimson robes, and he nods and says, "You defeated his soul, all of their souls.
Yes.
They will stay with you until you deliver them to the mother."
Okay. The mother being...
Mother Theresessa?
Yes.
Oh.
You must bring their bodies to the water, or they will haunt you.
Bruce turns around to the ditch. Oh, that's easy. That's right there. Walks on down to the water.
No, to water that flows to the mother.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is nothing more than a moat around the path.
I wouldn't mind not being haunted, so I think we'll definitely do that.
You are not Nyx Dryadolis. You are not Bugaisha. Who are you?
Bugaisha? What in the world? Well, and I kind of look to the two other human people next to me, and I don't look at the squirrel to try not to draw attention to the squirrel on my shoulder. We're currently with nobody. We're not real. A lot of people have asked us to do something for them, and we are being overloaded with requests.
Yeah,
So-
we're kind of pawns in a weird game.
Yes, a lot of people are asking us to do things for them, and we're not quite sure what to do. I mean, you are nice people, so... And you didn't try to kill us in the haunted woods, so that's nice. Thank you.
You are welcome.
If I
You may
had to
serve-
choose, I would say, and I can't speak for my friends, I'm a wizard from Raven's Landing, but currently I'm in the service of the Lady of Shadow.
Do you speak of Fellet or Lady Jude?
I speak of Fellet.
And I go and summon my shadow. He's not related to her, but, put the point across.
I see.
She has asked us to help those that are loyal to Gwynistry.
Has she?
Yeah, she said she wants balance. Or something like that.
It is Gwynistry's loyalists that tied our cousin to the tree. No doubt. And you would serve them. You would aid them.
Wait, are you not with them? I mean, I knew you got the red and black motif going on. But I kind of just looked past that because we're in tough times right now. I thought you were...
We serve the master of the city. The new master.
And who's the new master?
You will know his name soon enough.
I mean, you could just tell me. I'm already not good talking to people, so I don't want to be, ignorant.
You can simply call him master. If he wishes you
Okay.
to know his name, then he will be the one to give it to you.
Alright. So there's a lot of you then. Everywhere.
Just kind of looking over at Elias. You're in squirrel form still, right?
Yep.
Seems there's another group that we have yet to become aware of in this game.
Brutus pulls out the list, adds a master, closes it.
Elias, would you know if this is common for the followers of
Your
Gwynistry?
question to ask a squirrel, bud.
Yeah, he's a squirrel dude.
You speak to the squirrel as though he's a person.
He's very smart.
I thought it was the wizard's familiar. Reveal your form, squirrel.
How can you ask a creature to reveal the form that it is?
You see the squirrel up there, like kind of just in squirrel form. He looks at No Knox like.
And I'll look over at the horse. Reveal your form, horse.
And he crawls back down the Brutus's halberd, and as he gets to the bottom, he pops back up and like, yeah, no, sorry about that. I'm not trying to just. I was already a squirrel, and you came up and missed the chance to. Elias, nice to meet you.
If you have destroyed the souls of these, then Stormcrow has set the storm upon you. You must have driven off the harpies or slain them. Is that right?
Drove them off, yes.
Drove them off, yes.
They did attack us.
And were there things that the harpies had that you took? Did you find things after you drove the harpies off?
Oh, you're talking about these? And I pull out the equipment that we found.
And you, which equipment do you pull out?
I pull out the chainmail. I was like, this is heavy. You guys can take this back. And this sword. And this other sword.
This helm.
And the helm too.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I got these dang boots here too.
Oh yeah, and here's the satchels.
We do not want all of this.
Oh. I thought
Much of
that's
this
what you were
belonged to our
asking.
cousin. By right, it is yours now. But you must deliver him to the water. And Hideo will accompany you. The robed rider of the horse nods. And the one in the tightly fitted leather armor says, Hideo, see that it is done. Yes, I will. It will be done.
Yeah, no, we yes.
Yeah, it's fine by me.
And then bring them to Buru Nakano. The master might have use for them.
Buru Nakano.
The tower.
Oh.
He points to the distance. One of the few remaining buildings in the city looms. Then you will meet the master. We'll see if we have use for you.
Oh, okay.
The one who has
Alright.
done most of the talking nods to the one he calls Hideo, and the three horsemen continue down the road. Hideo left behind with the corpse of his cousin, the one who was slain, on the back of his horse.
Hideo, just to be clear, we're just doing your cousin's soul, not the other specters.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't we get the other fellas out of there?
You will need to if you do not want them to haunt you.
I could carry the bodies.
Very good. Let us retrieve them.
All right, let's go get them.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of being haunted, guys.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yes, sir.
The worshippers of the Sealy Court, is this something they would do?
Which part in particular?
The tying of elves that are alive to trees.
Is that that doesn't seem like something a practice I recognize or anything, does it?
Not something that you recognize, but again, the Sealy Fae and Unseelie Fae alike have a strange moral structure.
Yeah.
These were They regard us as traitors, and they sacrifice us to the awakened trees as examples, says Hideo.
So these are the ones that did it. They went against the master, and so you just kind of put them in here.
No, my friend, you are misunderstanding. We call ourselves Bugai Sha. We are done with the old order. It is time for the city to move on. The Nyx Dryadolis clutch to power that is lost. The queen is gone. She will not return. Why would she not have already?
I gotcha. It does make more sense now.
The Nyx Dryadolis, do they outnumber you?
The Nyx Dryadolis are closer in bloodline to the queen. They command greater resources. We have grown our numbers in other ways. When I learned that my cousin's soul had been destroyed, banished to the ethereal by your battle, then he would be of no use to us. He would not be able to serve in our army.
Right. And you guys are, you want us to bring the soul to the good Rain Mother to cleanse it, and then we give it back to you, and you do whatever with it?
Oh no, the soul will be gone to Therazessa.
Yeah, we just gotta make sure it gets there. I understand.
I'm not a magic man, so I'm just a soldier. I'm trying to figure all this out.
The killing was your doing.
We
the
interrupted
soul will haunt
their.
you.
We interrupted their path to the afterlife. We gotta get them back on track.
Alrighty. Do you have like a large sack with you?
We do not want any spirits lingering that we cannot control.
How long is the trip over to the water?
It will take us days to reach the Highland Sea. I do not wish to travel to Riverside.
Wonderful.
I mean, I know you. Oh, I mean, I don't want to go.
We could do that. It's closer.
We could go to Riverside, and they don't hate us there.
Yeah.
I know you were asked to come with us, and you just came from that direction, but in terms of it being safer, I mean, most likely, that's what we know.
You say that your Sir Fellet. I am not anxious to return to the city where she is dwelling.
Ah,
That's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to accompany us.
I do. I have been
As
told
you know,
that
we
I
are
must.
haunted.
Yes, by my cousin.
You can accompany us to the outskirts of the town by all means.
I would not see it done that way.
Well, I mean, respectfully though, it seems as though you were tasked with ensuring that we completed our task, and your cousin informed us that our task can be completed with any water that connects to the mother. And it just so happens to be that there is a body of water that connects to the mother that is much closer than where you're trying to take us. So we are going to go in that direction, as we have already been instructed that will fulfill the needs for what we're going to do. So if you wish to fulfill your task, I would recommend that you tag along as far as you are comfortable with.
It's just logical. It's a much easier road to travel. It's a much shorter distance.
haunted forest.
We can assure you, we mean no ruse, or we simply wish to free ourselves of this haunting that you speak of. Nothing more.
I would quite prefer if we took my course of action. We travel through the city, where I feel at home, and we go to the Highland Sea. Will you all please make wisdom saving throws?
This is a charm effect.
It
Never mind,
is a
don't matter.
charmed effect.
Oh, wait, that's not me. It does matter.
That's a 12 for me.
12.
21.
15.
Who cannot be charmed? I'm sorry.
It's not who cannot be charmed. It's we have.
Yeah, I just have advantage against. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Because of that.
Elias, Nonox, Kendall, this sounds amenable to you.
Sounds reasonable enough of a request, I suppose.
Yeah, no, all right. When you put it that way, I guess that makes sense. We could spend a couple days, I suppose.
I mean, we could play hopscotch on the stones. We can't do that on the other on the flat road. Might be fun walking along that broken
Sure.
pathway.
Besides, we have a guard to keep us safe.
Exactly.
Right.
Brutus,
We might be able to learn some things from him.
you
Makes
notice
sense to me.
an odd change of perspective from your group.
I guess we'll go through the haunted forest. I just don't like this place. Can we?
Come, Brutus. It's perfectly safe.
Let's get the other bodies and let's get the hell out of here. Mr. Sir, do these bodies have to be intact?
They should be. That is an odd question.
I was gonna cut them up so they're easier to carry.
Nah.
You could probably just bend them a little bit, Brutus. Make them easier.
He's got his cousin's body on the back of his horse, and so he's fine. That one's good. I'm gonna be carrying 3 bodies on my back, and it's gonna be quite awkward.
Well, you know,
already
guys, my friends, logically, we're going to be walking, so a rider on a horse is useless. Why not have our new robed friend walk with us, and we put more of the bodies on the horse?
Makes my job easier.
Is that something that you would be amenable to, sir? That doesn't seem like a fair trade. We'll go your direction, but you have to help us haul these other gentlemen.
It'll allow you to enjoy the path that we're going to take as well. It looks wonderful.
Roll your ankle in all the potholes and the loose rocks. Sprain a leg.
I do not wish to overburden my horse. We will put 2 bodies on the horse, and I will walk alongside you, my new chums.
All right, I'll carry the other 2.
I'll help you, Brutus. Give me one.
Brutus is going to go take one body, sling him over his shoulder, and is going to attempt to have the other body carried by the shadow if that interaction works out. I'll put the descriptor in the chat, and you can make your own.
I'll take your I'll use your walking stick for your hand if you like, Brutus.
You go ahead, take it.
I suppose your shadow can carry one of the corpses.
All right, I got it. No, Nox. You keep your hands free for what you quite frankly, you need your hands free for whatever you need to do. I'm okay. And Brutus is like not visibly like affected by the extra weight that he's holding.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can only turn into a horse for about 2 hours, so it's not going to do us much good.
Unfortunately, I don't want to take on any more weight.
What's another 100 pounds to the pile?
Well, you all seem quite tired. Where should we put up for the evening, when the evening comes?
Outside of this damn forest.
Hear, hear.
I wouldn't mind sleeping in a ruin if it means I am not going to get killed by ghosts in the middle of the night.
If we get to choose, I would much prefer to be back at my library.
You know, wherever we find some space, I think it'll be fine.
That too.
There is a farmhouse ahead. I wouldn't mind staying indoors this evening.
Sounds delightful.
Brutus, I'm moderately curious what a roasted vulture would taste like.
I got 4 of them.
Probably like a duck.
I don't know. I haven't had vulture before. I can't catch them. They're too quick.
It is a 7 or 8 mile walk to the farmhouse. Shall we venture there?
Please. Yes, let's get to the farmhouse.
Yes, sir.
And as they're walking, Bruce just looks at his three companions, just kind of eyeing them, and then looking towards this this robed figure. Brutus is gonna give him a quick scan, like a quick looking at him up and down, trying to feel him out, see what he's capable of. He used some Jedi mind trick on me, or tried to, and it affected my three friends. So I'm assuming some magical stuff, but I want to know sources.
Make a perception check, please.
I want to know, or try to know, what this guy's got going on. It's a 14.
Sure. You notice discreetly this Hideo has an orb that he is using to cast magic.
Does he have pouches on him like my friends do that would serve a similar purpose as pulling components out?
You do notice the orb kind of disappear from his grasp, and he's wearing like very deep, long sleeves, and the orb kind of disappears somewhere, probably into a pocket, you might suspect.
Does he have any kind of heraldry or markings on his robes that might signify if they're wizardly and he's studied somewhere that I might know of?
His robes are a dark crimson, like the colors that were on the horse's armor, and as well as the other warrior's armor.
But no, like stitching or anything to.
Right.
Identify.
I picture them, very clean and new looking, without many discernible markings.
Say, Hideo, you and your little squad there said you felt the soul of your cousin die. That mean you felt like when I killed his ghost, or when his body expired?
We sensed the lingering storm. The storm that is used to raise the sacrifices there, often to fight on our behalf or to deter interlopers.
So that's why the forest is spooky?
Oh, that is ancient magic.
Oh, so the storm is a separate thing.
There is one called Stormcrow, and he is the one who brought the ghosts and specters upon you.
All right.
Is that what thing matter of being is he? Or they?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Stormcrow is a very powerful necromancer. A friend of the master.
Is that storm gonna keep following us as we go to the farmhouse, or is it gonna like stay there?
Oh yes, I quite prefer the rain. And there is a small cloud above the group of you that is kind of drizzling upon you as you journey. Do you not like it?
Doesn't it get like humid and like hard to walk? Don't you get like tired of it though?
No, I quite like it.
All the time? That's a lot of rain.
When we travel, yes. It is protection of sorts.
Gotcha.
A blessing from Lady Rain.
All right. You guys have a historian I should be asking all these questions, because you're just like a guy that I just met. I don't know if you have like a station or anything.
He mentioned Lady Rain. Do we know what that is? Sorry.
Oh yes, Lady Jude Harrow's Lady Rain.
Right.
Yes, we have just come from the Great Hunt. The Master has other means of travel, but his entourage has a more humble way of moving.
All right.
I'm starting to get a bad feeling.
Starting?
He's got a feeling.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why don't you?
Tonight's gonna be a bad night.
Can we have a song, Bard? Maybe something for the road.
Ben, how long have we been walking at this point?
I would have you, leave the tree-lined avenue, and the road continues north. You enter basically the rubble of the ruined city. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding my flavor text for this. But there are basically many ruined buildings, some of their frameworks still standing, buildings of different makings, and here and there small vacant buildings or portions of them still stand. But you have not seen any people yet. So I would have you travel perhaps a couple of miles down the road at this point, and you would see to the west of you, there are what appear like farmlands that have become swampy, swamped with kind of icy water. And in the distance, you do see people in like conical bamboo hats walking amongst the icy swamplands. Fishermen.
Elias, don't you have a necromancer friend?
No, I think you're mistaken. Elias didn't make any mention of a necromancer that he knows.
Hideo looks at you. Oh, that is interesting. What necromancer friend, Elias?
Oh, you must have misheard me. My friend No Nox misspoke. There's a tome that the Lady Jude has of mine about necromancy. I think that's where he was.
That must be it. Yes.
Will you make a deception check, please, Kendall?
I'm not lying.
You're being deceitful.
Can I give him advantage? I do have proficiency.
Well, yeah, okay, I'll allow that.
Sorry, what happened? Sorry.
So you have advantage on the check.
Yeah. Hey, that's half decent.
This guy probably gets a plus 10.
16, Ben.
Let's see here. Not quite as good as I would expect, but nonetheless. Interesting. You have a bit of a silver tongue, don't you, Bard? Why don't we have that song?
Ben, am I still currently under the effects of his charm? That was my question for how long we've been walking.
Under the suggestion of traveling through the city to the Highland Sea?
Yes.
It still seems like a reasonable idea, absolutely.
Okay. In that case, sure. My question would be basically, would this prevent me from making him make any saving throws?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding the question.
So this charm effect, would it prevent me from making him make saving throws, or just like anything that would cause him physical harm.
You feel compelled to follow the course of action that he suggested as far as returning the body to the water. Nothing more.
Nothing more. Okay. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and use... where is it? Sorry, I don't have too many chances to use this. Enthralling Performance. So as I'm playing, if he listens to my music for longer than a minute, I'd like him to make a saving throw. That'll save.
That is a fine tune, No Nox.
So he isn't aware of what happened, which is a good part of that ability.
Why don't you play it again?
But I will make an ability check if you'll allow me to.
Okay.
For performance.
Sure. Wow.
24.
Oh, I love that song. Yes, please do play it again. No, really, let's have it again.
All right. One more.
Oh, the same one?
Sure.
As you attempt to play the song again, you feel that the knowledge of that song is lost. It has entered your cursed instrument.
I try to force myself, but it doesn't come up properly.
Oh no, that's not it. Well,
you know, some things are precious. They only come around once.
Very well. That's a pity. As you continue walking, the path diverges and goes left, kind of hugging these swampy farmlands to your left, and you're still, amidst a lot of rubble, buildings that look like they have been just thoroughly smashed, burnt, destroyed in an alm's fury. And you leave the rubble with the swampy farmlands to your left, and enter kind of like a wide open, snowy plains as you travel forward. As you continue down the path, you do see more people fishing, and then you see the farm in the distance after walking, maybe 15 minutes, and you're about a mile away now. You see that there are some farmlands near the farm, and it is all kind of enclosed in tall pine trees. Maybe a square mile or so of farmland that looks like it can still be tended to and the like.
Is that, sorry, but did you say has the weather kind of subsided a little bit, or is it still crappy?
So all around, the skies have cleared, and the light of Shograflees begins to disappear behind the southern mountain range, but just that small rain cloud continues to follow you, the group of you, with Hideo. As he explained, he much prefers to walk in the rain. And as the shadow of the southern mountains stretches across the path, forgive me, you, Kendall, you hear, from the shadows, a gathering voice. As you're in the shadow of the mountain now, Shograflees disappearing into the distance, and night coming soon. You hear Fella's voice rise, and it speaks to you, Kendall. It says, "A message arrived at the postmaster this morning. it stated that Commander Hawkins authorized Charles, Jalil, and Wilhelm to accept a contract to convey Deathida to Zymor's amphitheater. Proceed with caution. And the voice is gone.
Commander Hawkins.
Yes, and I'll put the contents of that in the game chat there.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
And you recall that you discovered a poem written to Jalil upon the armor that you retrieved, and you must have found Wilhelm's helm because his name was inscribed within one of the helmets. I'm not sure if that had been realized.
Yeah, I think we still have the letter because I wrote that down as a.
Right.
Basically, like the orders arrived that they were to take Deathida.
Yes. And so, as you approach the farmhouse, two men on horseback trot out. The horses appear quite skinny, tired, old, and they kind of saunter up to you. The people are dressed in very plain clothes, dirty from the hard day's work, and one calls out to you as they approach. What do I owe this honor? Servants of the master visiting my humble farm.
This guy that's riding up, he's not in their colors. He's just like
No.
a farm hand.
Right. My name is Planter, and this is my boy, Junior.
Well, Planter and Junior, we gotta throw these bodies into some running water at your farm.
We're trying to return these gentlemen to the mother, and allow them a peaceful transition as such. And we are humbly requesting taking the shortest path there.
Well, our waters do not flow to the river or to the sea. I would have this swamp leave us if it would, but alas, the rains will not relent. They have ruined most of my crop. So I don't think that my waters will convey their spirits back to the mother. Is there something else that brings you here?
Just to sleep.
Yeah, safe refuge for the night would be welcome.
Surely.
If you would have us.
Yes, please.
Yes, we are pleased to house servants of the master. You're welcome to put up in our stables if you wish.
I can help you all with some farm work if you need it. In the meantime, I'm not above working my keep.
Well, there's firewood that needs to be split. That would help.
All right. I'll go dump these bodies then.
And Brutus just takes all the bodies and just starts huddling towards the stables to go dump them outside of him. And he'll go chop firewood.
Okay. As you walk off, Hideo says, "We will stay in the farmhouse. I much prefer nicer quarters, and your family can stay in the stables this evening. Orders of the master." Right, of course. What was I thinking? Planter says, "Let me gather my family then, and the house is all yours for the evening." And the group of you continue towards the farmhouse. Brutus, you start chopping wood, and Planter and Junior disappear into the farmhouse to gather their family, and it appears they will be staying in the stables, and you all will be staying in the house. "Isn't that better?" says Hideo. "A nice place to rest. Perhaps they even have a bit of food for us."
The Brutus doesn't respond. He's just gonna keep chopping firewood and look out for a shadowy area to get to later. Not at the moment.
Okay.
I certainly agree. Stables don't suit me.
You look like a man of taste and refinement. Maybe we can have another song once we settle in.
That sounds like a great time.
I might try and start cleaning up a couple of those vultures and see if we might be able to cook those. I can't chop wood, but I can clean birds.
Go at it.
Okay.
And some bird over.
And the farmhouse is a humble abode with just a couple of bedrooms, a main living area where the kitchen is also integrated. But it is warm and dry and clean. And Planter's family walks out. There are several children, Mrs. Planter, and of course Junior, who is a grown boy, a young man now. And they have blankets and such with them, and they go to the stables to put down for the evening. Do you guys have anything that you wish to do as the sky darkens? Stroggerfleece has left now, and it's probably approaching dinner time in the evening.
Yeah, I think we had 4 of those birds. I'll try and prep 4 of them and see if there's a way of cooking them in the farmhouse. Maybe they have a fireplace and a pot. I can just like roast them in a pot or something like that.
Absolutely.
I have some stuff, but I'll wait till everyone else is done with their business.
And once the birds are cooked, I'll take one and I'm gonna take it out to the stables where the Planter family is.
Okay. Planter greets you. "Yes, master.
Please, I'm the son of a custodian. I'm no one's master. I appreciate your hospitality and would like to gift you with payment for our safe night's sleep, and kind of present a somewhat cooked large chicken-like vulture."
He looks a bit confused. "You're not Vugaisha, then?"
I am not.
And
I'll pull my hood back so he can see that I have normal ears, and I'm clearly not Elvish.
And why are you traveling with the others, or with him, the one that brings the rain?
Sometimes choices are given to you and not made by yourself, I guess you'd say.
I understand.
A man has to do what he has to do at times to keep his head on top of his neck.
Forgive me, but you seem like an educated man. I have a small library in the house you can help yourself to.
Oh my gosh.
If you would kindly not remove any of the books, but feel free to peruse them and make notes if you wish.
It would be my pleasure.
There's a bit of parchment and
you.
a scroll in my desk as well. I'd be happy for you to make use of that.
I feel like I'm not paying you enough now. I feel like I owe you more than simply a meal. Perhaps knowledge and knowing that you might have allies where you wouldn't have thought you did.
Well, if you would, keep your eye on the one in the crimson robe and don't let him bring harm to my family.
We will do our best.
Thank you. And thank you for the meal. We had not prepared our food yet, and there's no kitchen in the stables, as you would see. So, much appreciated.
My mother always said, Kendall, if someone invites you to their house, the least you can do is bring food. So that's what I'm doing.
Well met.
And with that, I'll briskly make my way back to the house and find his library.
Okay. And the library is...
I'm making eye contact with anyone as I walk through, just like beeline past everyone.
Sure. And it is a humble library, as the house is. Maybe a dozen books, and some of them seem to talk about the history of the city, and then others speak of recipes, if you were, to make magic items.
Ooh. I would start. If I can spend an hour or say getting a sense of what the city used to be like, and sort of the nuances of it, might be useful as we trek through. But then as I catch an eye on this other material you mentioned, that's kind of where I would steer my attention for sure, and lighting a few candles, and making and borrowing some parchment from Mr. Planter, and making annotations as much as I can of notes, taking utmost care of his books, making sure they're being very careful, making sure things are cleaned off and everything is put exactly back where he had it in his. Actually, I might even have noticed that things are kind of maybe not in an alphabetical order. I might rearrange some things so that it's in a better state.
Okay, very good. And I will have some more information that you glean in the future.
Cool. If there's a chair in there, I'll probably wind up staying in there and eventually passing out in his library.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a simple wooden chair, but it does have a back to it. It creaks as you do sit in it. But yes.
That's how you know it's a good chair.
Do they have a brazier?
Yes.
Basically, just has to be like any sort of metal plate or something. Okay, cool.
Yes.
I'll take note of that for the morning.
Okay. Brutus, did you have ideas?
Yes. I don't sleep inside the farmhouse at all. I stay out with the family, and I'm chopping wood for them, and I'm going above and beyond to be helpful because we just kicked them out of their house for the night. And then once Kendall brings the bird out, he is going to open up his bag of bread and is going to sit with the family and be like, I know it's stale, but it's the least I could offer. And he hands it over and says, dig in. And he's going to eat from his own rations for the night. He's not going to partake of the bird at all. And he's sitting...
Planter accepts the bread. It's a bit moldy, as you prefer, stale.
I have two bags. I have one bag that was originally normal bread, and I have another bag that was moldy bread. Now, time has passed, so I don't know if that normal bread has turned bad at all.
It's been only a few days. Perhaps it's not moldy yet, but it is quite stale. However, they put it in the vulture stew and soften it a bit. Thank you. It's a kind sentiment.
I look around and so we're in the stable, so we have some sort of cover from the weather.
Yes. In the evening, as Hideo enters the farmhouse, the rain subsides as well.
I look at that.
So it is a dry night.
Interesting. I lean over to the family with my halberd in my lap and I say, my friends that I came here with, excluding that man in the crimson robe, were charmed by him, but I wasn't. They were protesting coming up here to go cleanse these bodies of ghosts. We're being haunted right now. Separate thing. But
The
they
children
came
look
here.
nervously at each other.
They came. They came here against their own will.
Is that right?
For doing a thing that we were going to do eventually, but they didn't have a choice in it. That man in the crimson robe, I want to kill him. I'm not going to do it here, because it would be very bad for your family if a man of the master were to die here, but just let it be known, I'm not friends of these people. And
Be careful where you say that, friend. They have ears and eyes. Spies. And Planter looks around. I trust my family, of course, but there are those that work for me that I am suspicious of.
And Brutus summons his shadow, and he makes sure he's sitting in a shadow of some sort, and he says, there's a lady that we are allied with, for the moment at the very least, that is not a big fan of these guys. Her name is Fellet. A lady of the shadows. Not like Lady Jude. I hate her. She's bad.
I've heard of Fellet. She is a hero.
Yes, we met her in Riverside, and we talked to her. She says she hears things through the shadows, and they report back to her. This is pretty much akin to praying to a god, but a bit more material, because she actually is alive, and you can meet her and shake her hand. So just know that if you whisper into the shadows, maybe she'll talk back, or hear you at the very least.
That is true, then. I had always wondered.
It's true.
I'm not one that speaks with the shadows, but to know that she has friends such as you, perhaps I will give that a try.
These are dark times. If there is anything more I can do to help you, I will try to do as much as I can here to, take the labor off your hands. I used to be a soldier, so I'm good with menial labor.
I appreciate that. What army did you serve in? The ATK? No.
No. They hate me. A bunch of bricks. It's just the Condrizzle's army.
Yes, the ATK, they sometimes take from my farm, but they do provide protection, and they've driven out the giants. Mine was one of the few houses that was left standing after Renam's fury. I'm not sure by what grace we were spared, but when the giants came back and ransacked the city, I suppose they just overlooked us.
I've heard a lot of talk about these Crimson people and who they're friends with, who they hate, who they don't like, and I just can't make much sense of it myself, but would it be fair to say that the Elven or Ladrin, whoever of Gwynistry, these Crimson people are from that group, but they're traitors. But they want us to bring these bodies to the Mother Therazessa. Are they allied with the Mother of the Rain? Or is that a different situation altogether?
I believe that they have been given a gift by Lady Rain, the Queen of the Fae, the Queen of the Fairies. She has an interest in the city, I know. But I don't know that they work on her behalf exactly. I'm not sure. I'm not, let's say, I don't get much into the politics of the city out here on my farm.
Understood.
I know that I wish the Queen were back, but now that she is gone, I would see the city rebuilt for everybody, not just under control of the elves, Nix Dryadales or Bugaisha. Of course, I'm not an elf, so maybe that's why.
Have you heard tale of the Mother of Rain, Therizessa? I think that's her title. I don't know if I'm getting that wrong at all.
Therizessa is the mother, but not of Rain. She lives in the waterways themselves, in the seas. She looks after trade. I am well aware of her. I used to have enough crops that I would travel to Riverside, and I would send my harvests up and down the river. That river goes both ways, you know. So yes, she is a greater power than Lady Rain. She is one of the power trio.
Think it'd be possible to get an audience? Have you ever talked to her? Or been given signs or any mention that she was paying attention to you?
I know that she was acquainted with the Trident, those 3 heroes of the region. Their deeds never reached the city of Nimnaya Law, but back west they are revered and still hold power. Their memories, their realm altars, stories of them still hold power in that region. I know that they were friends, or perhaps servants, or knew of the mother. One of them actually went on to serve in her place, guarding the Soulstorm, Eric Earlsdotter. She bestowed upon him a great responsibility, I would say, to convey souls through the Soulstorm into that afterlife that they sought, that they were destined for.
Interesting. This has given me much to think about.
Well, I'm glad I can share some of my knowledge with you. I do get lost in books from time to time. I am a simple farmer, but, you know, I do like to keep up on history.
I trust the common folk over any of those fancy speakers in the city. You at least tell it to me straight and admit when you don't know.
Should we have a drink? I've got a bottle.
Sure.
And Planter pours a stiff drink for each of you. And he thanks you for your friendship.
And as he does this, I'm going to palm a gold piece into my shadow, which looks like friend right now. And I'm going to have him put it in the farmer's back pocket. And try and do it stealthily.
Will you make a sleight of hand roll?
8.
Boo.
The Planta says, "Oh, you're too kind. I appreciate that. Please, when you go, take some sugar cane."
All right. It's nice to meet you, Planter. And your family's nice too.
Thank you. With that, No Nox, Elias, do you have anything you wish to do in the farmhouse or for the evening?
No, I mean, Elias has been beat all the way to heck and back, so I think he just wants to sleep it off.
Okay.
I think like Nonox is like, why is he being so quiet? Like, I have so many questions. And I think seeing like the way things are progressing, I've got a bad feeling about how things are gonna end up. So I'm gonna take advantage, eat what I can, sleep while I can, and try to get my energies back up because I'm still feeling quite drained.
Okay. Hideo holds a short conversation with you. He seems intrigued about where you hail from, No Nox. But he also seems as though, you know, he has his own distant thoughts, and settles into reading one of his own books. And that's where we'll end the adventure for this evening, as you guys take rest in the farmhouse under the hospitality of the planters, along with your new traveling companion, Hideo. And yeah, thanks to my players. Oh,
thanks, guys.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna kill that guy. That's it.
We'll
I was
see.
gonna say, isn't he so nice? Like, what a great guy.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. This is the first person that hasn't tried to kill us instantly. Like,
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Since
I still don't like him.
He was kind of rude to Planter, but
If he didn't do the charm thing, I might be more inclined to be nice to him. But then he also, well, picked a family out of their farmhouse, so he's kind of dead to me.
yeah.
so you're gonna blame him for being charming?
I'm gonna kill him in his sleep when the cloud's gone.
oh my. Okay,
Spoiler
well,
alerts.
we'll see how that goes. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Of course, thanks to my players. And we are going to take off next week, which is the 6th, and we will return on the 13th. We're usually starting at about 6:30 when everybody's able to get to the game. So if you want to join us live, you can do that. Rack up your channel points, and you know, maybe pull somebody out of a tight spot using those. But until next time, the adventure continues.